So this is a Goofy USA that we used to own.
Yes.
And it was before we would go RVing. Although now it's a Harvest Host location.
It is a Harvest Host location. It always comes back to Harvest Host.
Isn't that funny? So what we're talking about is 9 little railroad cabooses.
Little?
Well, okay.
I mean, they're the same size as an RV, kind of.
Yeah, really? 9, well, compared to a railroad car, 9 railroad cabooses set on the shore of the second oldest lake in the world, and that's Clear Lake in California's Lake County, Northern California's Lake County.
Yep. And it is called the Featherbed Railroad Bed and Breakfast.
Which is a play on words because it used to be, as the railroads progressed, some of the railroad workers had a more cushy job and they were called featherbedders.
Right.
And so the people in the caboose, as technology kind of made their jobs easier, were featherbedding. So Featherbed Railroad is a play on words, and also, you know, it's bed and breakfast made out of old railroad cabooses. And it's super cool because each one has its own theme, each room. There are 9 cabooses as rooms now, but that is about to change.
That's right. They are, the new owners are, there's a 10th caboose on the property that has never been, wasn't restored when we moved there, wasn't restored when we left. No. And they are working to restore that and open it as room number 10.
That's right. So the history is, in the 1980s, the railroads finally basically got to the point where they just wanted to stop using cabooses. And in order for them to get rid of all the cabooses, they wanted to do it as quickly as possible. So if you had the ability to take a caboose away from the railroad, you could get them for relatively cheaply. And the first owners of the Featherbed Railroad had a trucking company. So moving cabooses was kind of no big deal.
Yeah.
And so they bought all these railroad cabooses and hauled them by truck up to Lake County, laid track, and put the cabooses on the tracks. And because of that, they're still considered on the railroad, even though the track is barely longer than the caboose. But
rail
legitimately,
cars on tracks.
Rail cars on tracks.
Yes.
So the rooms have all kinds of different themes. There's a Harley Davidson room. There's a Midnight in Paris room.
There's a kind of a steampunk room called London Calling.
Yeah, wine country. And they're all these individual rooms, but you're actually sleeping in a vintage railroad caboose, which is pretty darn cool.
And 7 of those 9 have 2-person jacuzzi tubs right in the room, which is super awesome.
And then being a bed and breakfast, you get a full breakfast in the morning.
Right.
And they're just doing a super job.
Yeah.
It is an unusual place. We owned it for 7 years and then moved on. And then someone else got it, and someone else got it. And the current owner is just doing such a wonderful job. We got to spend some time with them recently, although it was virtually.
Right,
but
virtually.
They're just the perfect people to run this. I put in a train that runs around the dining room, and it has
up high.
It's a G scale, if you know trains, model railroad that runs around the dining room, and it hadn't run since we left, apparently. And Allie and her team got it running, and there's a train that runs daily. Now, here's one of the funny facts about the Featherbed Railroad. Lake County is the only county in California that did not have a daily running railroad.
An actual railroad.
So I said that railroad, the one that runs around the dining room, is the only daily running train in Lake County.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't know if you can hear the cicadas, but they're
they're very loud.
song.
I hope that you can hear us better than you can hear them.
Yeah. So anyway, if you'd like to stay in a railroad caboose, or you want to find a great harvest host, the Featherbed Railroad might be a great place. And you know what else it is?
It is Goofy USA.